If you've spent most of your life trying to make everyone else happy, even when it hurts you, I want you to know you're not broken. You're not weak. And you're definitely not alone. Being a people pleaser often starts as a survival skill. Maybe you learned early on that your worth came from being useful, agreeable, or easy to be around. But what helped you fit in before now leaves you drained, resentful, and unsure of who you really are. Today, we're going to talk about how to heal from that. To do so, we have to understand where it comes from. Before we heal, we have to understand why we became people pleasers in the first place. There are three possible reasons. First, childhood patterns. Maybe you grew up in a home where love felt conditional. You learned that being good and not causing trouble kept you safe or made you earn the approval of others. The second possible reason is the fear of rejection. Somewhere along the way, you picked up the belief that if you said no, people would leave you or they won't like you anymore. And the last reason is low self worth. People pleasing can be a way of saying, if I'm useful enough, I'll be worth keeping around. None of this makes you weak. It means you adapted to survive. That's actually a sign of strength. You did what you had to do. But now, it's time to learn a new way. Let's first talk about the signs you're stuck in people pleasing mode. You might still be a people pleaser if you feel guilty or anxious when you say no. You agree with things you don't actually believe just to avoid conflict. You put everyone else's needs ahead of yours, and you're exhausted because of it. You don't really know what you want anymore. So, the first step in healing is noticing these patterns without shaming yourself. So, here are steps to heal. So, here's where the real work begins. Start with self awareness. Begin noticing when you say yes out of fear rather than choice. Even just asking yourself, am I agreeing because I want to or because I'm afraid not to? Learn to tolerate discomfort. Saying no might feel like you're doing something wrong, but that discomfort is just your brain adjusting to a new pattern. Don't worry, it gets easier. Set small boundaries first. You don't have to start with the scariest person in your life. Begin with low stakes situations like declining a group invitation when you're tired or asking for what you want at a restaurant. Reconnect with yourself. People pleasing can make you lose touch with your own desires. Spend time figuring out what you like, even in small ways like your favorite food, music, or how you want to spend your free time. Surround yourself with safe people. Healing is easier when you're around those who respect your boundaries. Notice who makes you feel drained and who makes you feel free. Challenge the belief that saying no makes you bad. A boundary isn't a rejection of someone else, it's a protection of yourself. And the people who truly love you will understand. Here's a loving reminder. My dear friend, you were not put on this earth to be everyone's emotional pillow. Your needs matter. Your time matters. You matter, even when you're not doing anything for anyone else. You're allowed to take up space, to rest, to speak your truth, and to live a life that's actually yours. If this message resonated with you, I hope you'll carry it in your heart today. And if it made you feel even 1% lighter, please know I'm here as your quiet ally. You are safe here. You are not alone. be gentle with yourself.